Welcome back. This is episode 9 of the Undercover Weebs, and today we're going to be discussing anime that have the best world building.
And some that have the worst.
Yeah, some that are pretty bad, but that world building isn't really something that necessarily makes an anime good or bad. But
yeah, some anime really require no world building at all. Usually they're set place in like the actual Earth, but then there's others that pretty much hinge on it.
Have you ever seen Durarara?
No, I have not. I
So, yeah, like
was
that
tempted
show.
to watch that, but
it just takes place in I can't remember. It's a certain like neighborhood that I think is a real life place in Japan, but. Yeah, see, like that doesn't need so much world building because it just happens.
I mean, and even some shows that do take place in Japan still have like decent world building. I noticed that often in shows that do spend more time on world building, the main characters don't spend a lot of time in the same place. They'll like travel a lot. Like in say Black Clover, they're always out on missions, and Hunter x Hunter, they're always moving around somewhere.
Yeah.
Fullmetal Alchemist, they're always moving around.
One Piece, they're moving around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed.
Tower of God now. We don't really know much yet.
Tower of God is. I have no idea what's really going on with that world yet, but it's pretty cool world.
I would say that the world is what keeps me watching. I want to learn more about
with
Tower,
that,
and that's one of the biggest driving points of the whole show for me, at least.
Well, according to all the people that watch the manhwa, we gotta wait until about chapter 400 when it's finally adapted, and then it starts really getting good.
Yeah, true. I heard it takes a while. I've heard that it actually gets like One Piece level world building. I know that's the stretch. I doubt it gets that crazy because it's not like as long running, and I feel like
it's still going though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is still going. What are they on, like 400 something?
They're pretty deep. I think they're in the 500s. But what One Piece
really?
is like?
Damn.
One Piece is at like what, almost 1,000 now.
Yeah, I think it's actually really close to 1,000. It's got to be like 990 now. Like we're getting close to the 1K mark.
One Piece is like the holy grail of world building, though.
It is, because that's like Oda's shit. That's literally like his shit. Never forgetting characters, bringing them back, and world building are things that man excels at.
Yeah, I think bringing characters back also makes it like more. I don't know, just makes the
more
world
immersive.
Building more. Yeah, because it's not just like throw away characters after your arc. It's
right. Every character you feel like has a certain impact, which is crazy because there's hundreds of characters that get introduced in One Piece.
Yeah, and you just keep encountering them down the line.
It's just crazy. You know what actually has such a freaking cool world is Made in Abyss.
I think so as well, but if you think about it, it's not really world building, it's hole building. There's one big hole.
It's a hole building. It is. And the thing is, though, I'm so interested in the whole, man, and like the different levels and what it brings. You know how long that manga is?
I don't know how long the manga is, but I know there's 3 movies that like adapted the anime again, but there's like one movie, like the third one is supposed to be new content, I think, but that also falls into category of anime movies that we'll never be able to see.
Yeah, I think there's one that we're able to watch somewhere.
Probably. I know Prime is who has Made in Abyss for just like the anime series, but I haven't seen if they have the movies or not.
Oh snap! It's still going.
What's still going?
Made in Abyss. Sorry.
I mean, it's only on episode 13.
I'm talking about like the manga.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they haven't. That's why they haven't.
Why is there nothing on Made in Abyss on the internet?
It's such a popular show too. At least in people that actually watch a good amount of anime, it's quite popular.
Well, dude, the last 3 episodes are bangers.
The first 3 episodes, you think you're in for quite the chipper tale, and then you get into the hole, and that changes drastically very fast.
Dude, the swollen hand thing was fucked up.
Oh, and then they were gonna cut it off. Oh my god, I get nightmares from that scene.
That was a fucked up scene. God damn.
I literally
Rico.
get nightmares from thinking about that.
I I just think that's such an interesting fucking concept too. That you get sick when you come upwards from the abyss.
Yeah. Plus, you get sick when you like come upwards and go downwards. It's like a double whammy.
That show is just
I'm so
I really
interested in the little robot guy, like what his race is, and
oh yeah, like
because
is
I'm
he
pretty sure
just
he's from like the bottom of the
yeah,
abyss.
yeah. What is his name? Oh my
I
god,
can't.
what's
It
his
starts
name?
with an R. Is it like Rem or something?
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like that. I really want to see what's at the bottom of that abyss because I feel like it's got to end like his race is down there and her mom is living with them like at the bottom of the abyss or something like that.
Yeah, Liza's gonna be down there for sure.
I mean, there a lot of foreshadowing that she might be dead,
I don't
but
think she's dead.
I don't think that she's dead either. Otherwise, how would the wholesome ending happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, she might die, but let's see. What's another one on here that we got?
Speaking of things with holes, Dorohedoro, the hole in the what is the other place called?
Oh, bro, Dorohedoro, I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
I have the first 5 volumes of the manga, and the manga
Yeah.
is a lot more dark than
Then
the
I
anime.
mean,
I
it's
think it's
dark.
more the voice acting that made it or like the English voice acting that kind of made it
Kind
seem
of
more
funny.
upbeat.
Yeah, there's some comedy shit in the. Yeah, I see. I see what
There's
you're saying.
really not very much comedy, at least in the first 5 volumes of Dorohedoro. Plus, the art style in that the mangaka has is quite quite dark, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm looking at some panels right now. It looks super, super dark.
I don't really know why I stopped reading it, to be honest. I'll probably
I
pick it
think
up again sooner or
I
later,
think
but
he's building a super cool world, and I like the magic system, and I like their the character designs. I
they do
really
have
like
cool
the
character
character designs.
designs.
They're like wide and like thick built, and they all have cool masks, and they just
Mm-hmm.
look kind of grungy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they have really cool character designs. I really like Dorohedoro, and I think that's a really cool world. I feel like yeah, interesting worlds also. Like I just feel like they have good world building just because the world is actually creative and it makes me think.
Yeah. And I for Dorohedoro with the like the magic and stuff, I like how it's just like smoke that comes out of your finger, and then some of them that one guy's with the heart head who has magic that like cuts people in like itty
Yeah,
bitty bits,
they stay
and they're
alive.
still
Yeah,
alive. That's screwed up.
yeah, that guy's fucked up in the head though.
That
He
guy
like
is. He's
cut.
got some major
He started
problems.
tearing apart his arms to find out where his like magic ducts are.
That's
That guy's a
crazy.
psycho. Dude, he really was slicing his own arms off. Like, what a savage.
Dude is
His
straight savage.
and then his partner, that chick who's just yoked,
You
fucks
we go through
people
the
up.
arc in the anime that you find out like her backstory of almost becoming a demon, right? Or a devil.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
I
sir.
wasn't sure if it made it that far.
Yeah, we did.
Actually, I
That
think it
is.
ended like almost perfectly at at the end of 5. I think there was like one episode actually that went further than how far I am reading
Dude,
along with it.
so um in Black Clover, where I've left off, I basically watched like the end of the demon. That's the last thing I've seen. Do
Mm-hmm.
they expand on the world after that? Because don't they talk about like the heart or
Yeah.
some other kingdom?
So they at the beginning of like the series, they kind of hint at like there's the Clover Kingdom, the Heart Kingdom, the Spade Kingdom, and the
Yeah,
Diamond Kingdom, and obviously the first arc is Mars from the Diamond Kingdom, and I love that arc actually. I love
yeah,
Mars.
that was a good arc. I like Mars as well.
So they kind of hinted at that, and like now in the manga, I think they're like fighting people in the Spade Kingdom. I don't know a whole lot about it because I obviously don't read the manga for that. But in the anime, they've already gone to the Heart Kingdom and they met the Queen of Hearts,
Okay.
and she has one of the other spirits, you know, like Fuegoleon has, and like
Oh yeah.
she has the water spirit.
Oh lit.
I
Dude,
think it's really cool in Black Clover how like they explain that in the Heart Kingdom they have only like natural based powers,
yeah.
like natural based magic. So they have like lightning magic, they have
Mhm.
uh water magic, like earth magic, more natural stuff because
Yeah.
they get their mana from the natural surroundings, and then in in the Clover Kingdom, they get they use like artificial mana, so they have much more diverse powers. So like they made a powering system which I really don't like, or like a scaling system. You know what I mean? I hate it
Yeah.
when
I don't really like power
I
scaling
hate
when they make
when anime and stuff power scales.
I also hate it. I also do not like it because leaving it up to like the interpretation of the viewer is like half of the fun.
Yeah. But this one is a little bit different because they just like there's like 1 through 9, I think, is the power scaling, and like nine's like the worst, like barely any magic power, like people you find in their home
Magna level.
village, like Hajj village, like they can't do barely anything. And then there's 1 which is like, I think one or level 2 and up can hold their own, or they can like fight against a devil, but they can't, like they have no chance of winning. And then
Okay.
there's 1 stage above 1 called Arcane stage
Oh, that's okay.
that
I don't really
is
mind that.
that has people, mostly only people from the Clover Kingdom are in the Arcane stage because their magic powers are so dynamic, or like they're so much different because they have
Did
artificial.
they say who's in the arcane stage?
Yami is, because
Is
he has like
Yuno?
dark magic. I don't think Yuno was mentioned because he only has
Yuno,
wind magic.
Yuno's a fucking hack though. He's got fucking more plot armor than fucking Asta.
Yuno is stupid powerful with that wind spirit,
Yeah.
especially after he was like became an elf for a little bit.
Hmm.
He was, and then he had sword wind magic, and that was pretty sick.
He was going crazy.
Have you seen the theory where Asta and Yuno are like Lick's 2 kids that were murdered when the when the elf race was murdered? Have you seen that?
I've not seen that.
Oh, that's a
But
pretty cool theory, actually.
they were that took place hundreds of years before they were born.
No, it's like they're reincarnations of them. They're not like actually
Oh.
them,
Oh, okay. Okay. I can see it.
because it was like uh the first kids between an elf, or an elf and a human, and then
Hmm.
one of them goes one way where they get all the magical power, like the level of an elf, and they
Oh,
are super
shit.
blessed, and the other one doesn't get any magical power, and
All
that's
right.
like the 2 of them. That's a
That
pretty cool
makes sense.
theory,
That is a cool theory.
but I don't put a lot of validation into it, to be honest.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yami's a badass. Where's Mario Leona's got to be arcane. She's a
No,
gangster.
it's mostly, it's not strong people that are arcane. It's people with magic that is just so much different.
Oh,
So like Julius
okay.
is arcane
The
because he has
Julius.
time magic, and Asta's arcane because he has anti magic.
Yeah.
It's basically special kinds of magic that can actually do something against
What
a
about
devil.
Vanessa?
Vanessa's is really weird. They didn't mention her. They only mentioned like 3 or 4 people
Okay.
when they said
Yeah.
it.
That's wild. Vanessa's power is like OP, but not really.
Her red thread of fate is super OP, but the rest of her, she doesn't have like an insane attack power or anything. She just have power to stay alive, basically.
Yeah. Oh, Vanessa. Chick knows how to party.
Charmy has some sick ass magic. That's all I'm
Charmy
saying.
is one of my favorite characters. I love Charmy. She's fucking awesome. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is a world that's like, I kind of question how expansive the world actually is. You know what I mean?
Same.
Because
Same, but I
like
feel like they, up until this point, have done such a perfect job of slowly revealing more.
that's, I agree with that,
Like
because
the pacing of them expanding the world is terrific.
the pacing of the show in general is just perfect.
Yeah,
There's
it
nothing
really is.
There's nothing wrong with it. And
It's like it just keeps getting better, and that's what makes it so fucking good. Because every season's amazing, and then every season one ups itself.
Paradis is like such a small island too.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marley, I don't know exactly how big it is, but I don't think
Right.
it's that big.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of times when a show has like something like that like it's world building, but it's not. They don't cover the whole world. It makes you
Mhm.
question like what if there's other areas of land, what is happening in those areas? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I bet they'll elaborate.
I think, I mean, the manga is like has like 2 chapters left.
That is true.
Is what
They're
it
wrapping it up.
is. I think that he's gonna stick to what he has, and those are gonna be the only 2 land masses.
I mean, shit, I'm cool with it.
Same, I guess. That reminds me of Hunter x Hunter, though, when everybody
Oh
kind of
my
thought it was gonna be over, and
god.
then literally it's just a
Bombshell.
speck of land in the middle of the great giant sea, and
That
then the
was
dark continent
so sick. That was such a good fucking idea by what's his nuts.
by Togashi.
Yeah, that was such a smart move by Togashi because God, that just blew my mind. Basically, they're just in a lake with a bunch of islands. Lake Superior.
Yeah, except for it's way bigger than that. It's so
Yeah.
weird because it's like a landlocked, or it's like a water. It's like islands, but then like the water is landlocked.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. Hunter x Hunter is another one
Island.
of those shows that like you get the world from them traveling around so many places though.
Yeah, yeah, you really do, and that has a really good world. I really enjoy that one. Every arc, you're just like, okay, this is kind of sick. Hunter x Hunter is an anime world that I would want to live in. One of them.
Up until when we were actually introduced to Nen, I had absolutely no idea that it was even a thing in the world.
No, yeah, me neither.
Like I
And then
was
it just expanded
dumbfounded.
rapidly after that.
Then after that, like everybody had Nen, and that
Yeah,
was the thing.
yeah, that was just a thing. If you didn't have Nen, you're bad. God, Nen's sick. Hunter x Hunter's so cool. I really appreciated the Greed Island arc, to be honest with you.
Really, I
I
feel like that's like the least liked arc.
I feel like I appreciated it because it kind of opens your mind to how wild Nen can be. Like it can really be any fucking thing.
It can be. Plus, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I love
Like,
when things make sense in power systems.
but like, bro, like Greed Island arc, you realize like, holy shit, Nen is like crazy. You can basically create your own fucking isekai with it, shit, if you wanted to. What's this? What's the limit to Nen? Like, you have no
It
idea.
is an isekai.
And I know
It's
exactly.
one. It's a one arc isekai.
It's the one arc isekai that Razor and Jin made.
Who's the main
Yeah,
villain of that arc again? Wasn't it that bomb
that
dude?
bomb guy. He was pretty forgettable. I did like that fight with Gon and him though, where Gon gave up both of his hands.
I don't really remember a lot from that fight.
Gon, like that guy's trying to grab Gon, and then Gon just gives him both of his arms, and he blows up his hands, and then Gon like I don't know if he headbutts him or kicks him or some shit, but he like sacrifices his hand so he can beat his ass. But then at the end, they get that health card that puts Gon's hands back together. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the end of the show, and that's how they find Kite.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yep.
use that teleport card.
Yeah, but then like the Phantom Troop shows up, and then Razor just immediately makes them vanish.
Yeah,
Like
they
any
because they go by boat.
yeah, that shit's wild.
That shit is wild. That whole part where
That
they
that
get into the Greed Island and everything is crazy.
yeah, there's not a bad arc. Like certain shows don't have any bad arcs. Like Hunter x Hunter doesn't have any bad arcs, not one. Neither does like One Piece. They have some ones that are bad, like for One Piece, but I would say overall enjoyability wise, they're all
There's
super
still
good.
scale at the top.
Yeah.
Well, since we talked about some shows with holes, should we talk about some shows with towers? Tower of God.
Yeah. Tower of God, bro. That so interesting. I
The
really
only thing that's honestly keeping me watching is the world building.
oh same. I think the show sucks. Like not gonna lie, it's super average. It doesn't suck, but it's average as fuck.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Like
am
it,
just so intrigued by everything that's going on with the world though.
I am too. I am too, because we don't know shit about the world and it seems so vast and endless.
It does. And it's just a tower. And I'm so confused on
I'll
like
tell you
if
what
there's
though.
anything outside the tower, like what's
Right.
actually at the top of the
Is
tower.
it is the tower just a metaphor for like I don't even fucking know, bro. It doesn't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Plus,
That
like,
shit is
none of
just
them have
crazy.
seen the sky. They think the sky is fake.
And like, what is it, Shinsu? How do they all just know that Shinsu makes up everything? Like what? Where do these people like? I don't
It's like
understand.
physics. They do studies like we do in physics.
Where did Bam come from? Like what?
Okay,
Where?
that actually I do not understand because
They were
Bam
in a
and
cave.
Rachel, they're from outside the tower.
Yes. So what the fuck is outside the tower? What does that fucking mean?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then there's that big door that fucking let in Rachel.
So everyone else was born and raised inside the tower besides Bam and Rachel.
Well, I'm assuming there's other people.
Yo, there are.
There's gotta be.
Well, yeah, they elaborated on how that one guy can turn his body into Shinsu, and he's an irregular. The guy with all the tattoos. They said it was like.
Oh yeah, that's some foreshadowing right there. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and I want to, so I'm gonna watch the show to try to figure it out because honestly, up until I liked the first couple episodes, not gonna lie.
First couple episodes really sucked you in.
But I hated the middle part. Thought it was dead, dry as fuck. And then the last two were good.
I didn't like the part where they started splitting into classes and stuff.
That made no sense.
As
to me.
soon as they put that into it, it really turned me off.
Like, why do you have to have a spear class? What the fuck is why? Like,
I thought it was just gonna be like that group of 3 going up the tower, and then they brought in like the friends. They had to make friends, and then it was really weird. That whole part, I would agree, was just kind of dull.
Yeah, I don't know.
But when you do have a series that's that long,
that'll happen.
And you only adapt it into 13 episodes for the first season, that's what I don't know what we were expecting.
Yeah, that's true. And it's also like us comparing it to other anime I really enjoy. It's still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was kind of cool. I think it was the last episode when that princess of Jihad that we get introduced to, episode 1, is just a fucking gangster.
Yeah, she is. The last couple episodes actually started getting good again, I'd say.
They did, especially that last episode. I was like, okay, this is exactly what I wanted to happen actually, because that actually keeps me interested.
I wonder how many levels there are. Did they ever say how many levels of the tower there are?
No, I don't think so. So all the rankers have beaten the whole tower. Is that what that means?
I think so. But then I always get confused when they're saying, like, when they say, like, they're doing these tests so they can climb the tower. But aren't they climbing the tower when they're doing the tests? I'm so confused. What does that mean? I thought that's what they were doing. Like, the test is climbing the tower, but they're taking the test so they can climb the tower. So is it the test to, like, get them ready to climb the tower?
If you can't pass a test, are you just stuck on that level? Like, I don't fucking understand.
Well, most of the time they just die.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I don't know what wording is good for this. A death that I felt like I should have really cared about, but I didn't, was Ho. Like that dude with the horn and the yellow hair. Do you not remember that?
I didn't give a fuck about that death, bro. I didn't care about him at all.
No, I feel like they wanted you to care about it, though. Like, they tried to do they tried to do, like, in his death, like, some of his backstory, but it was only, like, 20 seconds of backstory.
Yeah. I think the characters in that show are weak as hell. Rock is my favorite character.
Rock is? I like Kun. I think Kun is the most, developed.
Yeah.
He's definitely has the most development, and he has the most, like, ability to become a new person, I'd say.
Yeah.
The rest of them are pretty one-dimensional.
I feel like Crunchyroll's going to keep that going, too, because they have a colossal budget, I think.
Speaking of the other Crunchyroll series that was just released, what do you think of God of High School?
Easy watch. Watch value is super good. It's well animated, too. It's got cool fights. But
it's really well animated, but I feel like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I watch purely for badass fight scenes. If you're into just badass fights, watch God of High School, because it has some really good ones in every single episode. There's probably 2.
It's literally, so far, the whole thing is a tournament arc.
Yeah.
Like, it starts off with a tournament arc and expects you to care about the people that are fighting, which is, like, you don't. because it does the little 20-second backstory before they die.
Tell
They
you
don't
what,
die, but
I'm more interested in the characters of God of High School than Tower of God. Not gonna lie.
I feel like Tower of God will be able to elaborate on their characters a little bit
Oh,
more.
100%. If they have many more seasons, I feel like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great anime.
I feel like the guy in the purple jumpsuit has to be the most powerful guy there is, because I love that guy in Tower
Oh,
of God.
yeah. You know he's gonna pop off with some crazy shit. 100%.
I feel like
He's
as
gonna
soon
be
as
like the Rock Lee
I
of.
just felt like as soon as like you see him and he obviously like in the first level where they're killing each other and he's just watching those two fight and he's like they're really strong. As soon as he said that, I thought this guy is gonna be the strongest out of everybody.
He's not gonna be the strongest out of
No,
everybody.
I want
He's
him to
gonna
be.
be. I do too. I really like him. He's hilarious. He's such a good guy.
He's actually, I take back what I said about Kun. I think he's my favorite character. I don't even know what his name is, but
Yeah, he's up there for me as well. He's a good one. Bro, No Game, No Life, based on what I've heard, seems like it's got a sick world.
it does have a really cool world.
I don't know
Everything
if
is
it's
based off of games.
Right. That's so interesting to me. I feel like I'd really enjoy that. Even though I hate isekais for the most part, I gotta watch that.
That is one isekai that actually has, like, it's a good isekai. I'm not an isekai guy, but it's a good isekai. The only other isekai I think I've actually watched all the way through is The Rise of Shield Hero, which is actually another good one.
Yeah, that was okay. I watched.
Did you watch
season.
that?
I watched the first season.
I got really mad the first couple episodes because of how screwed over Naofumi was getting.
Yeah, but it was actually pretty good. I like the whole Raftalia thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's building a harem. It's becoming a harem anime.
He's building a harem.
It is, though.
Yeah. Raftalia.
Isekais are...
Like, see, that shit makes no sense. He picks up a book and then boom, he's in another world with.
Yeah, he's in the library. At least he didn't get hit by a truck. Am I right? Like,
at least he doesn't get hit by a truck, man. But
I feel like
Game, No Life, isn't it like it's a brother and sister or some shit, and they're good at games, and they beat God at a video game or some game?
It's a stepbrother and sister to make it so how close they are doesn't seem weird.
Okay.
But it starts off.
That's the most anime thing ever.
No, yeah, it's it starts off. So they're like playing video games and they're like unbeatable is how it starts off, and then one of them starts playing a chess game against the god of the world of games, and they beat him, and then that god sucks him into his world.
So then, and I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that after I finish.
It's actually, I'd recommend it. It's one of the few isekai that I'd say is worth watching.
So that's a show I've heard like nothing but good things about, which is very interesting. That's very rare that that happens.
Even the movie was very good. The movie it's not a sequel movie. It's actually like a prequel movie of like the war, kind of like of the Great War that they talk about, of how the god of, because there were like 12 gods or something, and they were all fighting, and then the god of games won, so then he started ruling over the world. And they solve everything by playing games, and there's no actual fighting. And that's
a lit concept. And I heard the art style is crazy.
It's an interesting art style. It's not like the greatest animated thing I ever seen, but I will say it's nice that it has its own type of art style.
Oh, AK, you know what I actually just saw was a really good anime that just came out. It's called The Great Pretender. It's on Netflix.
I have seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about it. I don't know if it's going to be for me, but I'll probably watch it.
I've seen good things. We might have to check it out.
I don't even know what it's about at all.
I know it's about like con artists, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, which seems like it could be interesting. What else do we got on?
Well, I was going to say, getting back into isekai.
Yeah.
It is the laziest way to make worlds there is.
It is. It really is. It really is.
It's such a cop-out.
It's such a cop-out. And my thing is, like, why don't you just have the world be that? Why do you have to get isekai'd in? Like, why? Is it because people in Japan really like that idea? Like, they just, I don't know.
I think it's because without the isekai part of it, like usually when they get isekai'd in, they have some type of special abilities or something,
Right, they're
like in
overpowered.
the Rise of Shield Hero,
Yeah.
where they're overpowered, which is actually ReZero's the exact opposite of that, where he gets isekai'd in and he has no powers.
I lied. I've also seen that Talon got reincarnated as a slime.
I have not seen that. I've heard that that's a very popular show, but I have not seen it.
It is not bad. It kept me interested, but I'm just like, he's so overpowered straight out the jump, and it's just like, well, this is stupid.
Isn't he just a blob?
He's a blob that can eat anything and take its powers, bro, and he can eat any fucking thing. Anything.
Yeah, that seems pretty overpowered.
Like, God, there's this huge battle, and he just, like, swallows up this really powerful being and then takes its powers. It's like, what, bro? That's how they killed it? Come on. Not bad, though. I mean, it's pretty good watch.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. It wasn't on the top. It's on my list, but it's not on the top of my list.
I would rather watch something that's not a isekai.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
I don't know.
I
They're
don't
just so lazy. I don't
kind
know.
of is, and I just don't really enjoy that. Like, I don't even know what my favorite isekai would be. I Sword Art Online. I don't even know. I haven't seen
No
that
Game
many.
No Life is my favorite isekai.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be mine
And then
because
honestly, I read the first maybe 30 chapters of Solo Leveling, and that wasn't bad. The first chat or the first like arc before he gets isekai'd had so much potential. Like it
then
was
boom,
so
isekai.
cool. The whole arc, they were in like a dungeon and they were like having to solve riddles while people were being killed. It was really cool. And then he like sacrifices himself so the last two people can get out.
Huh.
And then he gets killed, and then a game screen shows up.
Oh, that's such a killer for me, bro. It really is. It makes
But
me want to quit reading
the
and
thing
watching right
is,
then.
he doesn't get isekai'd into a new world. He gets isekai'd into his same world, but he just gains powers.
Oh, okay. Okay, I actually don't mind that
It
concept.
actually,
I don't mind that at all.
yeah, it's a different concept because usually isekai, I mean, the definition of isekai is going into a new world or something like that. But this is more of like he gets a video game screen that will like pop up, allowing him to put levels into different attributes and
Solo
stuff.
leveling. I've heard. I mean, a lot of people really enjoy solo leveling, so I feel like it'd be pretty fire.
I only made it like 30 chapters in, but it's okay. I was just gonna wait, and I feel like that's got to be like the next thing that gets an anime adaptation, right, for the manhwa.
It's gotta be. Or shit. There's this other one that's like a fighting anime. I think where like a teacher teaches his kid. It's called Breaker. I think. That one's pretty
I haven't heard of
popular.
that.
And yeah, there's a couple that I think are pretty. There's like 5 that are really popular, but that's in them. That's in one of the. That's one of the 5. You know what has terrible world building? My Hero Academia. It doesn't leave Japan. I don't get the world at all.
My Hero Academia and One Punch Man are both in that kind of thing.
I don't know what's going on outside of the little bubble where the story takes place, and I also don't really get.
They
I have a lot of
never leave Japan. The powers in the world don't make any sense. And like just the world in general, things that go on do not make any sense.
Well, see, in One Punch Man, they don't need to.
Yeah, because it's a satirical story.
It is. It's really, yeah. And in My Hero Academia, though, I want it to kind of make sense because I want to understand more about the world, and I want to understand how the powers came about, and I want to understand, are they everywhere?
Well, we have a little bit of a synopsis of where All Might goes to America, and like all of his smash moves are named after places in the United States.
That's true. That is true. But like, do we ever hear about a hero from the U.S. or any other country?
No, that's not a thing.
That's
maybe it might be in the future.
Fuck you, Japan. U.S. would have way cooler heroes than you. Who'd beat the bricks out of y'all asses.
I mean, their best hero is based off of America, so
that's true.
Oh, that reminds me of a meme from what is it from? It's like they were talking to this guy that was wearing like an America headband, and then he said he was gonna go like take something and then they're like, you don't own that, and he's like, I'm from America, we own everything. It's really funny.
Dude. All Might is a beauty. Just kidding, he's a fucking bitch. Fuck you, All Might. I would beat your ass. No cap.
All Might has his own quirk, but he lies and says he doesn't. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
His quirk is to become really big like that.
That's what I'm saying. That also made... That was probably my biggest question throughout the first season over, like, where the powers came from and how they made no sense, was how the fuck does All Might just get jacked all the time?
I'm pretty sure he said that he doesn't have a quirk, but that would mean
he
either this quirk where he gets really big is one of the previous 9 users' quirks, or 7 before him, I guess, or this is his own quirk and he just straight up lied to Deku.
Dude, you already know, like, Deku's gonna have an underlying quirk and it's gonna mix with, like, One for All and he's just gonna go crazy. That's how he's gonna end.
Well, there's a theory that that guy from, like, that doctor dude took away his quirk because that doctor dude works with One for All.
Yeah.
Or All for One.
Cool.
I don't know. I always get them mixed up.
And I want them to be... I do too, actually. I get them mixed up. Well, I feel like there's a lot of cool theories, and I hope one of them is true because I feel like I would like the show a lot more if they took it in those directions.
Are you talking about the time travel theory that I sent you?
The time travel theory, AK, is probably the coolest fucking shit I've ever heard. If that actually happened in the anime, it would jump up 10 to 15 spots in my all-time favorite anime. I'm not even kidding.
I don't think he's capable of writing that. I don't think he's got the depth. I don't think he can do it.
I don't think he can either, but imagine if he just blew all of our minds and did that.
My brain would explode.
I would be astonished.
That's
it would literally
crazy.
Be in my honorable mentions, probably.
It would really make the anime or manga like that much better. It would make it so much better.
That would be such genius writing. God, if you guys haven't seen that theory video, go check it out.
Yeah, I think it's called like why Bakugo is the second user of One for All.
Dude, seriously, check it out. It is one of the best anime theory videos I've ever seen. It is well done and it's explained so well. It's great. Check it out.
It's there's like actual evidence behind it too, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's awesome. It's such a good fucking theory.
Let's go on to another show that has its origins in an actual place in Japan, which is Psycho Pass.
Yeah.
Psycho Pass is fucking crazy.
It's wild.
Because like they're just their own nation is so isolated in the way that like you're not onto First Inspector or anything where you've made it into like the most recent seasons.
Funimation is broken. Like it doesn't work. I canceled my subscription because I couldn't watch any sort of anime on there. I don't know why.
Funimation and Crunchyroll are both that way.
I re-downloaded it. I deleted it, re-downloaded it, changed my password. Like it just wasn't working for me. Don't know why.
Well, the most recent, I think you can watch Psycho Pass in sub at least on Amazon, which I have never had a problem with Amazon with stuff like that.
No, me neither. I'm probably gonna have to do that.
But Psycho Pass builds its world in such a different way. Like
yeah.
I mean, it's rooted in obviously the actual Earth because it's in Japan, and there are 2 guys one's from Russia and one's Japanese that are like in the most recent season. There's a Russian guy, so like.
It's worldwide.
You know it is. Sybil is only Japanese. Like you have to take a test to get into Japan so you can like make sure you're like willing to abide by the Sybil system.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the new detectives, but it's crazy just like how their world or how that Japan works. Just basically cameras watching you all the time that can tell your mental state. That can tell your mental state before you can tell your mental state.
Yeah, dude, that's so
and will
wild.
arrest you for it.
God damn. It's such a cool concept for a world.
Yeah, the cyberpunk world. The thing is, it's like it's not so far out of reach, other than like
No, it's not.
how they actually have the psycho, or like how they make the Sybil system work, which you haven't seen, I don't think.
Oh, I have it.
So I'm not going to spoil that to you. So that part isn't very realistic. But the fact of like you could easily build a system that has facial recognition that could tell someone's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously, the world would never actually come to that, where
Right.
we'd be arresting people for.
I think it wouldn't.
I'd hope not.
Shit.
You never know. Maybe this is maybe it's like the Simpsons, and they predict the future.
Bro, the Simpsons guy is actually a time traveler.
That's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous how much
Dude,
stuff they predict.
that makes no sense. That makes no sense. The Trump coming down the escalator and the thumbs up. What, dude? As president, that makes no sense at all.
Didn't they predict the coronavirus too?
Yes. Yes, they did.
They predict so many things.
It's
Just always, if you ever think you're dumb, just remember, Homer's a nuclear engineer.
True.
That guy, I don't know.
Homer is an actual nuclear engineer. Dude, honestly, that has a good power system in Psycho-Pass too.
At first when you said it has a good power system, I thought you were still talking about The Simpsons.
The Simpsons power system. Yeah.
What about Psycho-Pass power system? Sorry.
It's good. Like not even if it's not really a power system. It's just
the Dominators and stuff is really cool.
The Dominators and all that shit is super interesting. Psycho-Pass is it's so good. I wish I didn't have problems watching it because I grinded out like 13 episodes in a day and then it stopped working for me. So
it's a great show.
Should we crown the king of world building?
Are we finally going to sink into it? I was wondering when it was going to come up.
I think we got to sink into One Piece, baby. The king of world building. Nothing's even comes close. Nothing even comes fucking close. It's the best.
The world, he tells such a great story while also building, like, it's just perfect. I don't know.
It literally,
I honestly don't know how to describe how perfect it is.
It's like, I don't even know. He's so perfect at revealing things to make you think about the world, and then he always elaborates on it, and he brings back characters, and he brings in characters that he's introduced, and Oda's a psychopath. Like, the things this man does, like, he reveals the 7 warlords. We get introduced to the 7 warlords. He reveals what the Yonkos are. We get introduced to the Yonkos. He reveals all these characters, and we slowly, like, literally Luffy's dad, Monkey D. Dragon. We get, I don't know if you know that.
No, I know who Monkey D. Dragon is. Yeah.
How we get introduced to him in Log Town. Like, what, bro? Like, you see a guy with tattoos on his face, like, stop smoker.
Super early you get introduced to him too. You don't know who he is, but
and then you're like, oh, who the fuck is that guy? Weird. And then all of a sudden, like 300 chapters later, he's like, oh yeah, your dad is the most dangerous criminal in the world, the leader of the Revolutionary Army. Yeah, Monkey D. Dragon. He actually was in Log Town with you. And then it's like a panel of his face. It's like, what? How did he actually have this shit planned out from the jump? It makes no sense. It's unbelievable.
He's gotta have. It's so long. Like, I don't know how he puts it all together. I honestly don't.
I don't either. Like, how does he just think, oh, I'm gonna choose Bon Clay, the gay ballerina from Alabasta, and we're just gonna throw him in like the Impel Down arc, and he's gonna play a major role. Like, what? How the fuck does he even think about Bon Clay out of all the characters to choose? Like,
I want Bon Clay to join the Straw Hats.
I'm not going to say a word about.
Does he? Oh my god! I feel like it's got to happen now. I'm not that far, but
AK, I'm so pumped. Are you 2 Water 7 yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't read anything. I'm studying for the GRE, so I haven't read anything in a hot second.
You are coming up on just the best stretch of manga ever created. One of them.
I honestly, I struggle to not read it sometimes and do other things.
I mean, even in shitty arcs, he builds the world. Like, Skypiea was all world building. Yeah. Had nothing to do with the overlying story, but it was an amazing arc.
It was a great arc. He establishes, like, because they're pirates and they're, like, sailing down the Grand Line, that itself establishes the fact that he's gonna do so much world building because you got to go from island to island with
Yeah.
the log pose.
Yep. It's such a creative way. It's like the story and the world that he created is just like you have to have good world building because that's basically all it is. Like, like the whole story is them going on different adventures, going to different islands, like understanding different cultures, and eventually, making it to the final island. It's just fucking I love Oda's writing, bro. I just love how creative this motherfucker is.
I will say there's one thing so far that I really did not like, and that's when they were in Skypiea, and instead of saying hello and goodbye, they said Hesso, and it just irritated me. I don't know why, but it did.
Have you gotten used to the Zolo yet?
Oh, I did get used to that.
Well, I got used to it too, and I just read it as Zoro now. Like it's just immediately Zoro.
The L's in the manga, the L's just become R's.
Yeah.
They just bend.
I just like dyslexic bend that shit to an R in my brain. It just looks like an R to me now.
Well, it was helpful in what is it called? Alabasta, I think. I'm pretty sure Miss Wednesday or what's her actual name? Vivi calls him by something different. Like it's like swordsman but in a weird language or something.
Yeah.
So it's helped that his whole name isn't said as much as it was before.
Yeah.
Like in the first couple arcs, the amount that his name came up, it was very irritating.
Fucking Zolo. Sanji. Eyebrows.
His eyebrows are kind of whack.
I don't know. Honestly, Sanji might be my favorite character now. It's God, AK Cake Island. I skipped around it in the anime. Like I watched here and there, and I just read the whole thing, and it was actually so good.
I'm just gonna say that Sanji is the main reason One Piece will never have a good live action adaptation because his eyebrows are too fucking weird.
The curly eyebrows. Bro, they are getting a live action adaptation.
I saw things that Netflix was going to make in a live adaptation of that. I'm expecting the worst.
I'm expecting the absolute worst, bro.
Netflix is making an Avatar live adaptation as well, which there's a lot of outrage over at the moment.
I mean, I don't even care because the cartoon is cemented in greatness. The movie is the worst thing ever, and everyone knows it. Give it another shot. Fuck it.
But the problem why people are so mad, they were happy because they brought back the creators of Avatar to do like direct and produce the movie.
Yeah.
But then obviously something happened that was so not what they wanted that it butchered it so bad that both the guys quit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, both the guys quit from production.
I wonder what it was.
They're no longer involved. So I'm expecting it to be so bad. I bet, you know what it was? They called him Ong.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen the actual the last Airbender movie. But I've seen clips of him being called Ong, and I just want to like rip my hair out.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I don't understand? How when people like freak out if like an anime gets a live action adaptation, if everyone's not like Japanese or of an Asian culture, they're not like characters in the anime sometimes aren't meant to be Japanese.
Do you ever notice how
that confuses me?
There's Attack on Titan adaptations with all Japanese cast members, but the only actual Asian person in Attack on Titan is Mikasa. The rest are obviously European.
I don't get that because that's in the writer's like canon story. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Like in One Piece, the only person who's Asian in the first whole part is Zoro. Mm-hmm. Like I don't really get why that's such a big deal.
I don't really understand it at all.
Like if you did a JoJo's live action, you probably wouldn't have Japanese people in it the first season. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is Joseph Joestar from America?
He's he's from England.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Or
Well,
no, it's
Jonathan
Jonathan.
from
Yeah,
England.
that's what I meant.
Joseph is born in the
Jonathan.
States. Yeah,
Too
yeah.
many J's. I get things mixed up.
Joseph, Jonathan.
Danny.
Daddy! Love
There
Daddy.
is live action JoJo's Bizarre Adventure movies.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is. They're
You're lying.
Japanese. No,
You
I'm
are
dead serious.
you are fucking lying. There's not an actual live action
There
JoJo's
is. I'm
Bizarre
looking it
Adventure
up,
movie.
showing you right now.
That is fucking cap. Oh my god, there is. It's a what?
Diamond is Unbreakable, Chapter 2. Or Chapter 1, I mean.
That's fake. That is fan made.
No, it's real. It's a thing. It's 2 hours long, action fantasy. You have to pay $3 to watch it on YouTube. It's a real thing.
I'm doing it. I'm watching it.
It's
Why is it Diamond is Unbreakable?
I don't know why they started there, to be honest. Like, that's like the worst spot to start.
That is the worst part to start because the stands are outrageous in that part.
That's like the least popular one, too. Like,
yeah, probably, to be honest. That's probably the single least popular one, which is weird because it's my third favorite.
It's my third favorite, too, behind part 2 and then part 5 and then part 4. It's probably how it goes for me so far.
Same.
Steel Ball Run is supposedly amazing, but
yeah. I'm really interested to watch this next part with Jolene. Jolene Cujo.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
I'm pretty sure Jotaro cheats on her ass and then she divorces him. I think that's actually how it goes.
Doesn't surprise me. Jotaro can be a player.
Have I told you that how the Zappelli in Steel Ball Run like is a person that body stands?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a stand. Yeah,
bro, he's gonna be so sick. That's gonna be badass.
I'm excited for future seasons because I heard it actually just keeps getting better.
Yeah, same. I heard it just keeps getting better. I mean, it's already so good. It's such an easy watch.
That it is.
Shit, man. We got anything else to talk about?
Well, there's a few more here. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, what is? I don't remember what any of the names of anything are called.
I don't either. It's been so long since I watched it.
It's like the
They
Qing
take you on a
Dynasty.
journey.
Because Ling is from like somewhere outside, as well as that little girl. That it's like the Qing Dynasty or something weird like that. And then you got the guy like where Scar's from. I don't remember what that's called either. And then you got like the circle of land, which is like where the state alchemists are from, which I don't remember what that's called either.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have good world building. They do. I need to we should rewatch that because it's literally been like 5 years since I've watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
It's been probably 3 for me.
And I forgot.
I've seen so many things between then and now that it's
slips the mind. I feel that.
That, and I do want to kind of bring up the Promised Neverland world because I feel like the world of what we got a taste of in the first 13 episodes kind of gives you, not to the same extent, but it kind of has the Tower of God type of vibes. Like you just got the taste of the world in the first season.
Definitely has Tower of God. Have you read any of the manga? Because that was kind of nuts that you said that.
Of the Promised Neverland? I haven't read any of the manga.
It definitely has some stuff you get introduced to has very Tower of God like vibes. Like some shit that I really don't understand.
Because like in the Promised Neverland, like there's like farms that are all bordered by those giant walls.
Yeah.
And then there's the holes. And then you obviously have those weird alien guys coming in to collect the kids.
Yep. Well, you're kind of led to believe that there's like people outside of the walls. There's probably going to be some humans. And I'm not that far past where the anime ended. I only read the last arc. And there are some, but it's basically a world dominated by demons. And that's where things get interesting. And I don't really know what's going to happen. That's not really a spoiler. I feel like most people.
No, that's pretty to be expected. You'd think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm super interested on what's gonna happen. And you know what I just thought when I was thinking about when they escaped? If they ran on the wall all the way to the entrance, wouldn't there be like a bridge across? instead of
Yeah,
having to zip line.
but they talked about that in the anime.
Oh, did they?
They have security guards. Norman said that there's security.
Oh yeah, you're right. God, I just see watching my things. I can't remember anything anymore.
No, yeah. Norman. Rip Norman. Just kidding. I don't think anyone believes he's dead.
I mean, yeah, it's. I don't know if he's been revealed to be alive in the manga or not, but
I don't either. Where I'm at, they have not.
yeah, they
But I'm
made it
not that
seem
far.
like, I mean, they had a great send off.
Yeah, they did.
That was crazy. The last
That
couple
was
episodes,
crazy.
every episode's crazy.
God damn. Yeah, that show's just so fucking good. I've actually watched that show like twice through now, and I love it so much.
It's
Oh,
just
Naruto. We
it's
didn't
just
even
mind
mention
games.
Naruto. It's got pretty good world building. There's
Naruto's
different
like
villages.
they got the I'd consider Naruto's world building to be very similar to Black Clover world building
Yeah, it's very, very similar. It's a good way to put it, actually.
because you just got all the different nations
Yep.
and they all
Clouds
like kind of
and
specialize in some kind of jutsu. I think. I don't know.
yeah.
I haven't gotten very far in Naruto.
I haven't seen it in so long, and it's so long. And there's so much filler. I get stuff
What
jumping
are all
around.
the nations in Naruto? It's the Hidden Leaf,
Hidden Leaf, Hidden
sand.
Cloud, Sand.
That's where Gar is from, right?
I think there's
The
like
Sound.
a sound village. Yeah. Is that it? I think there's only 5, bro. I think
Do we hit 5? I don't know. I wasn't counting on my fingers.
maybe. I don't. I'm trying to
Did
think.
they
If
ever
there's
really
5.
go out of the Hidden Leaf village?
Uh. um,
Like, do they ever go to any? Like, there's obviously
oh
people
yeah,
from other places, but do they
yeah.
ever go to those places?
Yes, yes, they do. They go to the cloud. Fucking literally, I watched like part of this arc where Sasuke goes to the hidden cloud, and he literally Sasuke by himself goes to fight like all of the other like Hokages of the different countries, and like is holding his own. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's because
Like
Sasuke's beastin', dog.
Sasuke's such a punk ass little bitch. Fuck Sasuke. He's just so OP. Oh,
Doesn't Rock Lee's like mentor? Isn't he like the guy that beats Madara? Like,
no,
doesn't he just go like Super Saiyan or some
he's
shit?
like he's like the second strongest character probably behind Madara.
Damn.
I mean, like he goes nutty. Like he really goes fucking nutty.
And he doesn't like use. He only uses taijutsu like.
Yep. Madara even
Like
says
Rock
at one
Lee,
point,
right?
"You're the strongest person besides me in the whole world.
Oh,
There's
that's
no one
fucking
else that could
crazy.
do this to me besides you."
Does Naruto beat Madara then?
Fucking bro, the
Or
ending's so dumb.
does he
AK.
pull the nine-tailed fox out of his ass cheeks and flaunt that thing
I
around?
literally like didn't even care about this. It made no sense. Naruto ends up like befriending all of the what are they called? Oh my gosh.
The
Like
Hokage? I don't know what you're
no,
talking
like
about.
the the beasts, the tailed beasts. He ends up
Oh,
befriending all the tailed beasts, and then some shit happens where Madara turns into like this god called Kugaya, I think, and then it's revealed that Naruto and Sasuke are the reincarnated children of this god called Kugaya, and then they fight her. You know, like the OG squad, it's Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, Kakashi, and they end up beating her and saving everything. It's kind of fucking stupid.
that does sound kind of whack.
Because you don't get introduced to this Kaguya bitch the whole show, and then you do at the end, and then
It's over.
all of a sudden, Naruto and Sasuke are the reincarnations of her kids. Like, where did that come from? I'm literally just convinced that mangaka just kept it going to grab money and just freeballed the fuck out of the end.
Well, his next manga got canceled. Like, it was bad.
Boruto did?
No, he doesn't write Boruto. It was like called Samurai 8 or something. It only got like 8 volumes, and then Shonen Jump canceled it.
That's hilarious.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture. Naruto wasn't bad though. Oh fuck! Have you watched the latest or have you read the latest chapter of Mashal?
Fuck yeah. Who do you think I am?
I gotta read it. I don't think I've read the latest one.
It's a banger like every other one.
It's one after Dot starts going crazy, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I'll let you. It was a pretty cool plot reveal. Pretty unimportant, but pretty cool. So I'll let you read it. But
I'll read it. It's just gonna take me like 2 minutes. Well, shit. Do we have anything else to talk about?
nah, I think it's probably good to call her an episode.
All right, that's an episode. Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked, but that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, obviously, you know that this is not our Tales episode
that's gonna be
because
the next one.
yeah, hopefully, if our schedules can line up, we're busy people nowadays. So
Super busy, but yeah, if we can get some time, we're gonna do a little another tipsy episode. I was kind of bombed the last time we did Tipsy Tales. I yacked the next morning, man.
that is goals.
So yeah, we got this anime game, like card game. We're gonna try out. We're gonna booze and do it. So that's the plan.
Yeah, it looks like it should be good fun.
Yeah, it does seem like fun. Yeah, well, thanks for watching, guys. Episode 9 is in the books. We'll have episode 10 out, next Friday. Thanks for listening.
See ya.